Aloha Sadhguru, Namaste. I have a question for you. I was in Davos this year in January. I heard you speak with the World Economic Forum and about the Trillion Tree campaign and the solutions for the climate crisis. And it was actually the reason that I flew all the way from Hawaii all the way to Switzerland in January after all the fires in the Amazon and Australia and Indonesia and Russia, and I felt in my heart so deeply that we need to do something about this. And I was asking God and Source, what can we do? And I was guided to Davos, and I heard you speak about the Trillion Tree campaign and how that's kind of the magic number for lowering the CO2 and helping to stop the climate crisis. And so, there's a Native American prophecy that says the reason for the climate crisis is to guide humanity from a state of separation back into oneness. And I really believe that's true, but I would love to hear your thoughts. And what is the reason for the climate crisis? And number two, how can we solve this together? I do believe in oneness. How can we unify the people necessary to plant the trillion trees and to truly reverse this in the timely manner that we need to? So that's my question to you. And I can't wait to hear your answer. Hope you're having a really fun road trip across the country and enjoying United States on your motorcycle. And I wish you so many blessings. Sat Nam, Namaste.
Namaskaram, Dashama. You in Hawaii escaping all the fires in California. Here we are in Yellowstone National Park. Wonderful place out here. But we can't say the same about the rest of the world. Well, there are so many small things being done for, turning back a few things in the world in terms of what's happening in terms of climate change. Climate change, the essence of climate change is in the loss of biodiversity. That is, since 1970, that's in 50 years' time, we have lost 68% of the vertebrate population. 68%, yes, that's the right number. And in terms of insect population, in most parts of the world, nearly 80% of the insect population is gone. The biomass that the insects and worms need to live and thrive and make the soil rich, that also some 75 to 78% of it is lost in the world. So what I'm saying is we are just undoing the fundamentals or the foundation stones of our own existence. Why have we done this? Everybody is in pursuit of their happiness in pursuit of our happiness, this is what is happening. So this is the main reason why I've been continuously campaigning. The most important thing on this planet is human beings should be joyful by their own nature. Then they will do what is needed. Right now, they have to do something to be happy, and they're doing that something, and that something is causing all the damage. It is not that somebody is wanting to destroy this planet. Don't think somebody who's running an industry, somebody who's plowing the land, somebody who's using their car, somebody who's using their air conditioner, they want to destroy this planet. No, that's not their intent. They just want to be happy. That's all they're trying to be. And this is costing us so much, our pursuit of happiness. First and foremost thing that everybody needs to understand is, human experience is caused from within, not from outside. It doesn't matter if you turn the planet upside down, still your experience of life is not going to change unless you do something about yourself. Having said that, planting trillion trees, well, it's an impressive number, but it's not about a trillion or a billion or a zillion or whatever, it's not about that. It is just that at least 40% of the land in the world should go under tree shade, because the main thing is the life on this planet is happening because of just 39 inches of soil. And on an average, it's just 39 inches of topsoil in the world. except for a few microbes which live way below in the earth, everything else, worms, insects, trees, birds, animals, human beings, every one of us exists only because of these 39 inches of soil. So what have we done to the soil? One thing is, about 51 million square kilometers of land we are farming. Everybody thinks it's industry. Yes, industry is polluting the air, industry is polluting the water. That can be easily fixed. All it takes is a few laws and some disciplining and it can be fixed. Water can be treated and let out, effluents can be treated, air pollution can be restricted in many ways, but the problem is agriculture. 51 million square kilometers of land we are farming. Out of this, 40 million square kilometers are used to raise animals and their food. 77% of the land mass, of the agricultural land. If only, I'm just suggesting, it is everybody's choice what they eat, but I'm just saying, if only, if we reduce 50% of our meat consumption, every doctor in the world is telling you, you need to reduce your meat consumption if you want to be healthy. If you take this prescription from the doctor and if we reduce 50% of our consumption, 20 million square kilometers of farmland, which is owned by somebody, will be available for tree planting. And tree planting as a commercial crop. Tree planting can be a very, very profitable process. This is what we have set forth in the form of Kaveri Calling, where we are planting 2.42 billion trees. What 2.42 billion trees means is, these 2.42 billion trees in the Kaveri basin that we are planting right now, where the work is going on, will sequester anywhere between 9 to 12 trillion liters of water. And India has made some promises in the Paris summit about how much carbon we will sequester. Just this one project will sequester anywhere between 8 to 12% of India's promise to the world about sequestering carbon. That's what it can do. Right now, we were planning for another 8 rivers like this, river basins, but now the federal government in India has come up with 13 rivers. They've developed what is called as a detailed project report. So that will go into action. Everywhere if such action happens, it is done. It's not a question of trillion or zillion, that's not the point. Substantial amount of land has to grow under tree cover, because only if green litter from the trees come down and animal waste falls on the land, only then land can be organically rich. Otherwise we will convert fertile lands in the world into deserts. Desertification is the main problem. Climate change is just an effect that you're noticing, but the real thing is loss of biodiversity. About 1 million species have already been lost, and by the end of this century, they are saying 80% of the insect population could be gone. If insects are gone, you can't grow a single crop. You thought because of insects you're not able to grow. No. If insects and worms are gone, you cannot raise your crops. Mass extinction of human populations will happen in many ways, and because of that we are facing water shortages. Nearly 2.6 billion people are under water-distressed areas, but the real problem is soil. So, like even in the economic forum when I was there, as you were also there, I was asked, what are the 3 problems, Sadhguru, that we should fix? I said 3 problems are soil, soil and soil. Because if you fix the soil, rest of the life has the capability to bounce back. It doesn't need your support. If you just leave the habitat the way it should be, if the soil is rich, trees and vegetation will come back. If vegetation comes back, all life bounces back. It is not in your hands to fix the planet. Human footprint has to go down. We were 1.6 billion people in 1910. This is 2020. 110 years, we are 7.6 billion people. Irresponsible reproduction. It is not only because of more children this has happened, all our life expectancy has gotten extended, which is a fantastic thing. People are living a full life. But when we postpone death, should we not postpone birth? So I have instituted an award for all the young women like you. If you choose not to have a child, I'm going to give you an award. Because the greatest service you can do right now is reduce the human footprint. Thank you very much.